Yes YouTube, what's going on? Welcome to my If It Fits Your Macro Shredding Diet video. Today I'm going to be showing you exactly how you make your own diet plan using foods that you enjoy and that you can easily stick to. I am going to be using MyFitnessPal. You are going to have to be using a tracking app, and I know before you think you don't want to be tracking your foods every single day and it's going to take you ages. I find the only people that struggle with MyFitnessPal or tracking apps are people that don't actually use the tracking apps that often. I think once you've been using them for a while and are getting pretty used to them, to be honest it doesn't even take that long, but as soon as you've got used to them, you know for a fact that it takes about 5 minutes a day max to track all your food. But I do know what you're saying. If you aren't already using one, then this video should help you a lot. And I do want you to download one of these apps and start using it, because the way I'm going to show you today is it will take you about, the first time you do it, it's probably going to take you about half an hour, maybe an hour at max. And that's if you're making it hard for yourself. But each time you do this, it will speed you up. And just doing this once or twice a week, making these plans in the way I'm going to show you, it's just going to get you better at using MyFitnessPal. And then instead of having to set yourself a weekly plan or a weekend plan, you'll be that used to MyFitnessPal or the tracking app that you choose to use that you'll just be able to track as you go, because by then you'll understand food, and hopefully you'll carry on watching my videos and I'll be posting even more, and you're going to be learning everything you need to know basically. So you're not going to be worrying about food choices. You'll just be picking your food up, tracking it, and knowing your goals, your 6 important goals that I spoke about in my last video, and I'll be frequently going over again. You'll know how to hit those. So before further ado, let's get into it. First of all, you're going to need a pen and paper, and I have already started a meal plan off, so I'll show you exactly how you can set yours up. Right then, I know this is a little bit bodged doing it on a pen and paper, but that's how we're going to get this done today anyway. So, right, this is how you're going to set it up. You're going to have 2 different days. You're going to need to think of a few meal choices that you like, that you enjoy. Don't try and think of these perfect meals, because there's no such thing as a perfect meal. A meal is a meal, and the way you make it perfect is by being able to eat it every single day. So think of some healthy meal choices that you enjoy, and remember about your 6 goals. So you're going to have 3 to 6 meals per day. You want to have 3 to 6 servings of protein per day. You want 2 servings of fruit. You want 2 servings of vegetables. You got your water and your fibre, but let's just concentrate on the big stuff for now. And of course, you're also going to want to know exactly how many calories you need to hit for the day. So let's get into the next step. So here we go. This is my example which I've wrote out. You can see it's split into 5 meals. You've got your totals there, and you've got a few little goals there. So let's just imagine you want some pro oats for breakfast. So you've wrote down oats, your protein powder, which is, there you go, serving protein number 1, and a banana in meal 1. So there's fruit serving number 1 ticked off already. And then your second meal, which is lunchtime, you just want to have a chicken sandwich, a healthy chicken sandwich. So you wrote down the ingredients: chicken, your medium bread, some avocado for some fats. You could also be classed as a vegetable. Or is that a fruit? Either way, I don't even know, but it's one of them anyway. And they're very healthy, and that adds some extra fats to your diet, which is important. You've also got some spinach on the end, but you can add salad or whatever to get you a serving of to tick off another one of your serving of vegetables. And then this might be when you get home from work, you've got a tin of tuna, protein serving number 3, jacket potato and cheese. That's a very easy meal to make. You're probably going to have to add some light mayonnaise on the end of there. And then for dinner, this is lean beef, burger buns and green veg. So straight away you can see that's going to make you your dinner. You've chosen to have burgers for dinner, which is a pretty good choice. And then of an evening, you want to sit down in front of the telly and have some sort of food as a little bit of a treat and just to chill out in front of the telly. So you've chose to have a yogurt and some chocolate rice cakes, which doesn't sound too bad either. But those, because you've already had 4 meals, which have hit your 4 protein servings, you've already hit 2 veg and 2 fruit, those are just using up the last little bits of your calories. Okay. So here you go, here's the dreaded calorie tracking app. This is MyFitnessPal. This is the most common one, and in my experience, the easiest one to use. Don't worry about what it says at the top. Those are goals that MyFitnessPal decides to set you from what you put in at the start, but they don't matter. You set yourself your own goals. So what you need to do is to click onto diary, and then you know for a fact your first bit of food is oats, protein powder and a banana. So what you have to do is click on add food, click on search for food, type in your oats, click on your oats, and look on the box if you don't already know what a serving is. Let's just say a serving is approximately 80 gram. Sometimes you'll have to mess around with this serving size. I always try and set it to just 1 gram, and then you can be in control better. Sometimes it'll say things like cups or ounces, but you just need to try and find that's 1 gram. So 80 grams up the top, not clock, click, tick. So that's already counted 300 calories for that 80 grams of oats. And then you need some protein. So you search for your protein powder that you're using. The serving size is 2 scoops, which gives you, so let's just change that to 1. That would give you 20 grams of protein. 2 scoops, 2 small scoops is what you get with a Reflex. So you change that to 2 servings, give that a tick, and there you go. That counts that as well. And then you add your final, your banana. And I know a medium banana is normally around 110 grams, so let's just add that in. So there you go. If you know your target for the day is 2,500 calories, with breakfast alone you've already hit 600 of them. You can then turn the app on the side and it'll give you a breakdown. Breakfast has given you 77 carbs, 9 fat, 50 grams of protein. Those are your targets. So all you need to do, so what you can do is you can then go back to your plan. 80 gram of oats, 50 gram of protein and 110 gram of banana. You simply need to do that until you've added all your food into your calorie tracking app and you've hit those total numbers. So this is why, once you've added all your foods, this is why the first time it might take a little bit more time than normal, because you're going to add all these foods in, you're not going to know your exact portion sizes, and then at the end you're going to go over a little bit on maybe your carbohydrates or your fats or your protein. But luckily you already know what you're supposed to be hitting. So if you've gone over slightly on your carbohydrates, all you need to do is remove some of the carbs. So let's just say, for instance, you need to remove some rice or some bread, or you need to bring your oats down a little bit. You just need to fiddle around with it until you've hit your goals. Once you've hit your goals sorted, then well done. You've just created your weekday meal plan. You're going to be hitting your, obviously you need to make sure that the foods you've chosen, you don't mind eating them each day. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, because if you're a few days in, this isn't like a meal plan. You're getting off somebody and you're going to have to eat it for the next month. If you don't like the foods you've chosen, well guess what? You can just change them next time you do the plan. You're always going to write out a plan and then think, oh well, I didn't really like that, or there was a bit too much oats for breakfast, or so on. But then next week, when you go to write a plan yourself, write a plan again, you can simply just change it. It's that simple. So here we go, same again for your weekend diet. The thing with the weekend diet is you can add some foods which are a little bit nicer, because the way I like to do things and the way you can do things and the way I think you should be doing them, to be honest, is in the week, have your plan a little bit more optimal. Make sure things are nicer, because it's 5 days a week, and because you're not sat at home, you're going to work. If you take those smart choices to work with you, then you've got no other choice. But on the weekend, let's face it, it's the weekend, you want to eat some good grub. So what I do, if I'm ever making a weekend plan, is think of a breakfast that you really like. So smoked salmon, egg on toast. That is a pretty epic breakfast. And then you might be out and about, you might be in town doing some shopping. So think of somewhere where you can get something healthy that you can easily track, i.e. Subway turkey breast sub. Even a foot long one of them is only about 600 calories. And then because you know you need to hit your protein, and you might not have got that much so far, at some point in the day you're going to have a protein shake. You want to still hit your fruit goals, so there's 2 servings of fruit. So there's just an afternoon snack to tide you over till dinner. And then at night, you want some chicken fajitas, so put that in. And then at night, you might want to have a little treat in front of the teller. So some low-calorie ice cream. Everyone's on the Halo Top ice cream at the minute. And then try and find one of the lower-calorie chocolate bars. Add one of them in as well. And then again, get onto MyFitnessPal, add it all in. Make sure you're hitting this, your calories, make sure you're hitting your protein target, but don't worry too much about those two. As long as you've hit this and hit this, those will be falling into a decent enough area. What that might have gone up to 70, that might have come down to 250, but the main thing is you've hit this and you've hit this. Right guys, I hope that has helped. I hope I've got everything in. I'm trying to think if I've missed anything. I hope all that makes sense. I hope you understand that the basics is it's just about making a plan. So sit down. Let's just think, if you are, so you're going to want to do this on a Saturday or a Sunday morning. You're going to want to get a notepad. You're going to want to think of some meal ideas. Hopefully you're going to plan ahead a little bit, so you should already be writing some ideas down in your notes on your phone, and then you can get your notepad out. You can start writing some things down. Get it all down on paper. Get MyFitnessPal. If it's the first time you're using it, you're going to have a little play around with it. But if not, just get everything in, hit your goals. Don't worry about trying to be too perfect. Make sure you're hitting your targets. Your 4 protein servings. You're hitting your protein target. You're hitting your calorie target. You're getting your fruit and your veg in. You're making sure you're getting your water in. It's always about planning ahead. And then when you get to it, so choose foods that you're going to be able to eat all week. It's only 5 days. If something's wrong, you can simply change it. Make sure you're getting some good foods in for the weekend. Make sure you're having some fun with that weekend food. Again, everyone tries to do everything so perfect, and that's why they fail. It does my head in. There's just no need. Make it enjoyable. There's no need to be just living off this boring food because such and such said that's what you need to eat to lose weight. It's all crap. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is the 3rd video I've done. There's a few things I need to get now. I'm going to go onto Amazon. I saw a good tripod I'm going to get, so I can start doing some, not better angles, but just get better video quality. My computer is mad slow. Absolutely dead laptop. So it's taking a bit of time to edit the videos, but it's all good. I probably spent about an hour and a half watching like tutorial videos on YouTube last week on the editing software that I use. So hopefully the video is going to be getting a little smoother. Yeah, so editing's going to be getting a lot better. I've actually got a couple of weeks off work now, so I might actually be able to squeeze a couple of extra videos in instead of just getting one in a week. The support on my last 2 videos has been pretty crazy. I'm extremely happy with how it's going so far. I've had about 500 views on both videos, which, yeah, it might be minor to some of you big time, but to me that's a lot. And I've got about 100 subscribers. So if you can please, if you've got this far watching it, first of all, thank you very much. Please subscribe. If you can share this in your Insta stories or whatever, I appreciate it so much, honestly. So yeah, also if you've got some video ideas that you think might be interesting and that you want me to do, please comment, like the video, whatever you can do, it all helps me and I appreciate it. Thank you very much guys. See you later.